You know who are master negotiators? Kids. I mean, seriously. My daughter knows how to leverage her resources like the best of them. And she was like born that way. It's crazy. Oh, you want me to go to bed? Yeah. I don't think so. I want 6 bedtime stories. But does she even care that it's 8 p.m. and I've been up since 4 a.m. and I'm exhausted? No. And boom, here we go. Bedtime story number 1, right? Thank God it's in English though, because she also speaks Greek and things can get complicated for me. But it's all just a tactical advantage. The real hold they have over us is more than just the fact that they're adorable. Kids are good at negotiating because they know that we want something from them. And they know that we want it badly. They use this knowledge to create urgency because urgency might get them what they want. And they have the energy to keep grinding away until they wear you down because what else are they gonna do? It's not like they gotta wake up and pay taxes. In my nighttime negotiation with Xena, I have a few choices. One is she wins. I read her 6 stories, or 7, or 8. She gets what she wants. I'm not happy. It's late. She needs her sleep, and seriously, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm super hungry and starving. Option 2, I win. Ha ha! She goes up to bed, screaming, but whatever, she'll live, she'll never remember this. And I go downstairs to eat, but I'm hearing her wailing upstairs and crying sad, oh my goodness. And then I feel bad, like a little bit. Negotiation time, okay? She wants stories. I want to eat. What do we do? Xena, I will read to you. You can choose 3 stories. You pick. I'll even read your favorite 3 times in a row if you want. You know the one with Elsa? All of the ones with Elsa. There's a lot of Elsa in my life right now. I've made her an offer, but added a little something extra that I know she likes as an incentive. She looks at me skeptically with her giant baby eyes. Okay, but only if you wear my princess crown and read in a funny voice. That's how she talks. She's met me on my terms because, I mean, come on, 6 bedtime stories? What are you, crazy? That's insane. But added her own incentive to make the deal appealing to her. She gets several stories, and best of all, neither of us is crying. It's like, ooh, win-win. We are both pleased with the outcome for the most part. And that, friends, is why the sweet spot is so important in a negotiation. The sweet spot is the place where deals are closed, money is made, and everyone feels positive and you get more business. So then, what is negotiation? Negotiation is a lot of things. It's knowing that just like you want something from them, your opposition wants something from you. And it's about finding the balance that makes both sides feel like winners. You have to understand who the players are. What does each side want? What is each side afraid of? And who cares the least? That person holds all the power. In the example I just gave you with my daughter, I care the most. I know tomorrow's coming. I have to go to work. I'm tired. Can you please just go to bed for the love of all things holy? Xena, she cares the least. What's the worst thing that can happen? She just keeps playing and passes out on the floor and wakes up and keeps playing. I mean, it's like life's not that bad. So, negotiation is a philosophy, a way of thinking, understanding the world around you, and using your CODO mindset to best support the entire transaction. Negotiation is putting your ego aside and truly listening to everyone from the beginning in the proverbial room that you're in so that you can help them come together. It's an art, being able to connect opposing forces like that. Negotiation is bringing 2 parties, most of the time, who want 2 seemingly contradictory things together. And it's not always as easy as Xena and her 1000 Elsa books, but just like my example of myself in that situation, your job as the negotiator is to figure out how everyone gets what they actually want, or as close to it as possible. Now, obviously, in real estate deals, you might have a lot of different people involved. You think it's two sides, but one side has like 6 different people in between father-in-laws and the mother over here and a grandmother who has a say, and then you've got the bank with the appraiser, and there's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, you want to keep this as simple as possible. What are we negotiating, right? How do we get us to the close? And that, my friends, is where the big lesson comes into play. The big Sirhan secret to negotiation, which I've never told anybody. And it's simple. You've heard us talk in other courses about negotiating for the deal. But in this course, we're lifting the curtain on what that really means. We're stripping it back even further to unearth the truth of working for the deal. Not working for the property, not working for the client, working for the deal. And here it is. Working for the deal really means that we work for the other side to win. I know. Crazy. What am I saying? How could that be? No, I need to win. Listen up. You need to know what the other side wants so you can best leverage what you have to make your client happy. And when you make the other side feel like they've won and your client gets the buy or sell that they want, then you walk out of the room like a boss, the boss you are. And no one will understand how you're closing so many deals. And you can smile all the way to the bank. Yep, you heard me. The big secret to success is to play for the other team to win. And I know, right now you're like, Ryan, are you kidding me? How am I supposed to keep clients if I don't get them what they want? I hear you, but this is why my closing ratio is so high. So keep this in mind. You aren't here to sell one property, are you? Working for both sides and meeting your opponent in the sweet spot so the deal gets done for both parties just means more personal and professional opportunities. 80%, yes, 80% of your deals as you grow are going to come from repeat buyers and referrals. You don't get this done for your client if the other side doesn't win too. 2, your reputation impacts your brand. While there are countless real estate salespeople in the world, especially here in New York City, guess what happens when you're branded as difficult to work with or unwilling to negotiate? Other agents, they don't want to work with you. Would you rather be known as a hard ass with a huge ego or a closer who makes all the money? Do you want to be feared or do you want to be rich? Do you want to be the most successful? Or do you want to be the person who sits in the back of the room every year just angry that everyone else is doing better than you? What are you going to do? You're going to take that spite to the grave? How does it help you? All that separates the two there is usually a small bit of compromise. 3, do not cry unless you see a real wolf. I'm a calm, focused negotiator, and I have a reputation for getting deals closed. People will send me their clients. They won't even show up. They're like, no, Sirhan will get it closed. He knows what to do better than I do. Here, you go. The biggest agents in the world will give me their own clients' cell phone numbers, which is like crazy because they say, I don't know, Ryan, you just figured it out. My guy's crazy. Can you just figure it out? You're the closer. It's true. I have that reputation. I don't yell. I don't cause drama. Because when you're a closer, it just isn't necessary. You're in control of the situation. And just like my daughter Zena, right? I don't yell at her to go to bed. I don't talk down to her to go to bed. I don't mock her, make fun of her. I don't slam the door, hang up the phone, not respond to her emails. Could you imagine if my 3-year-old sent me emails? We are on the same page, calm and collected. I'm in control of the situation. If you freak out about things like including lighting fixtures or window treatments in a deal, your frustration is going to have zero impact when there is a serious wolf-sized problem that actually needs to be handled. In a negotiation, you can't beat the other side into submission. Like, this isn't boxing. It's not MMA, right? Real estate broker Conor McGregor over here. You're not gonna like kick someone in the face and then boom, they'll sell you their house. It doesn't work that way. You must give something to get something. And you ultimately have to cheer for both sides. Yep, because deals don't get done when the other side is beaten into the ground. You need 2 signatures on that contract. And when you use CODO, my method, you ultimately win the game by cheering for the other team. You work for the other side by finding the sweet spot, the middle ground, bringing 2 parties who want 2 totally separate things together. The seller wants the most money for the same property. The buyer wants to spend the least money for the same property. It's all about the property, but each side wants different things. More money, less money. How do you bridge that gap? Negotiation, CODO style, requires putting your ego aside and truly listening to everyone in the proverbial room so that you can help them come together. And it's an art being able to connect opposing forces like that.